Hello everyone. So sometimes Effect House might decide to update, and when it does, just allow it to update. It's not a problem. It's just updating to ensure that the software runs smoothly, and you've actually made a lot of bug fixes. With that, I'll wait for this to update and we can continue working on our projects. Alright guys, and welcome back. In our last project, we created a filter. This time around, I'll show you how to create a filter using what is called a lookup table or LUT. So a lookup table is basically a way to tell your images how to apply colors. It uses a mathematical algorithm, but we're not concerned with that. Just know that an LUT or a lookup table is a special image that is used to instruct it could be your program, or this time around is you instruct TikTok and tell your system how to display images, and you can use them to create filters and color effects. Let's go ahead and use a lookup table to create a filter, and I'll show you what that filter does. So let's go to create project, and I'm just going to create a new project here, and I think I'll call that filters 2 or filters using lookup table, so we can just have that. All right, now the Effect House has opened up. Let's quickly save our project. So let's go to File, Save. Always save your project, and I'll navigate to the folder where I have the Effects House course, and I'll create a new folder here. So I'll just call that 05, and I'll call that Filters LUT. That's the folder. So let's open the folder. So I'll just click on this and open that folder, and we'll call this Filters _ LUT for the project. So before we begin, I actually have the LUT, and it's actually an image file. So I'll navigate over and show you that image file. It's in the assets folder, and the assets folder will be available in this course. And this is how lookup table files look like, right? So it might not look like anything interesting, but trust me, this is how it's able to pick up information and use that to create an effect in your program or Photoshop. All right, so the first thing we'll do is to bring in our assets, and to do that, we'll go over to the assets section here and click import so we can import that asset. So I'll go over to our course files and go to the assets folder, click on this lut.png file and hit open. This is going to bring this in, and we'll click this LUT file. Now, importantly, we can go to the compression and set the compression type to automatic. Basically, this is going to help us to make sure this is optimized for use in a mobile device. So next, we'll go over to the top at the hierarchy, click on object, and let's search for the post-processing effects here, and let's click on filter. This is not going to be different from what we've actually done, and you can actually see it's applying a default bright lookup texture here in our texture slot. What we want to do is to use our own lookup texture here, which we call LUT. Two ways we can do this. We can left click here, drag over, and place it right here. And this is how our lookup texture is looking. Or we could click on the texture slot and also click on this lookup texture because we've imported it, or we can import it directly from our computer. And this method, we could just browse to that location and select the lookup table file. And this is how it's actually going to look, and it's actually showing us in the 3D view how it will look using these default characters. And what we can also do is to preview this on TikTok to see how this is going to look like, which is what I'm going to do right now. So to do that, head over to preview on TikTok, and what this is going to do is to create a QR code. You can scan that QR code on your device so that you can preview this directly on TikTok. So I've opened up my TikTok, and you can see my screen right now. So I'll go to profile. By clicking on profile, go to add friend. And once you go to add friend, go to the top right and click on the top right rectangular bar. And here, I'm just going to scan the QR code on my system. And this should open up the effect. And once it does, we should be able to see me with this effect applied. So it's one very nice way to preview your effect. So here I'm just going to move around, and it's not going to be active now, but what we need to do is to click on the effect. Here it says your effects, and I'll just click on this, like so. All right, so this is the lookup table being applied. You can see how it's looking all brownish like that. So that's how you can create this effect. Now, all we need to do next is to publish this. So I'll just go ahead and stop this like so. So what we can do is to preview this, to publish this as an effect. So first we'll create an icon. And let's change let's apply a different face like that. And let's click on done. And once we have that, let's go through submit. And we'll just create these basic steps necessary to submit this effect. So submit a new effect, and effect name is cool LUT filter. I'll just call that cool filter. And there's no optional sound. Let's just use this. I'll put this under the, there's no hint on this. So no challenge. So just show your face and this should be good. And for the category, we'll put this under beauty. And here we'll type LUT. We'll type filter. We'll type beauty. And I've added these, so it's okay. I don't need to use all 5 tags, but adding that tag is important because we have that tag. So there's no demo video. I can actually use that video I just recorded right now for my screen, or you just make sure it's less than 15 seconds just to show what that does. And I'll click next. And here we have a filter called cool filter. That's a beauty category, and that's it. So let's submit this, and that's it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. That's how you can use LUT lookup table filters. So where can you get lookup table filters? Because there are a lot of lookup table filters. Well, you can use websites, you can purchase them, or you can create them yourself. I'm just showing you how you can use a lookup table filter. I'll not be going over how to create them. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.